What is going on, YouTube? Reverend Saint back again with another video for you guys today. What we're going to be talking about is Destiny 2 and the possibility of it coming to PC. But before we get into that, let me just say this. Make sure you like and share this video if you enjoy it or if you find it informing. And also for you old and new subscribers, make sure you turn on notifications. You can do this by going down on the PC, on the video, right next to the subscribe button. There is a little bell symbol. You can click that and then you click the checkbox, send me all notifications for this channel, and click save. Then you will get the notifications, because we all know YouTube sub box is absolutely horrible, and judging by the analytics that I got, the actual ratio of subscriber views is a lot lower than the people who search up certain keywords and find my videos that way. So just so you guys can make sure that my videos get to you, if you guys are interested in that, make sure you turn on notifications. Now let's get into the topic at hand. Kotaku had an article that had come out with a bunch of stuff that they basically predicted for Destiny 2. Some of it was prediction, some of it was leaks, some of it was information from so-called insiders and stuff like that. But there's something specific that I want to talk about, and that is the possibility of Destiny 2 coming to PC. This is something that was covered in that article, and if you guys remember, Kotaku has been extremely accurate with their predictions for Destiny releases. They accurately predicted the original idea for Destiny that had come out. It came out after Destiny came out, and then they made a huge long article about what Destiny was supposed to be, and it was great, and it was super accurate. And they also accurately predicted a lot of the stuff for the Taken King and what that was going to entice, and also the raid and challenge mode for the raid and stuff like that when Taken King came out. And also a bunch of predictions for Rise of Iron was accurately predicted by Kotaku as well. So I don't want to say that it is a trusted source, but it's as close as something like this can be when you're talking about leaks and rumors and stuff like that. That's about as close as you could get to being a trusted source for this kind of news. So basically, this section in this article had said pretty much guaranteed that Destiny 2 would be coming to PC, and a lot of people were upset about it, and I'm trying to figure out why. I really don't know why. It seems like there was a lot of ignorant console people out there who didn't quite understand it. There were a few good points, one of them being data miners. Basically, it's a lot easier to It's a lot easier to data mine files on the PC than it is on a console. Is it possible? Yeah, absolutely it's possible. People data mined a ton of stuff back on Xbox 360, but nonetheless, it is still a lot harder now than it was then for consoles to be data mined, but it's still possible. But nonetheless, it hasn't really happened very much with Destiny, at least, and most of the time it's done on PC. So a lot of people are upset that because if it's on PC, people are going to data mine it, they're going to find out secrets about raids and stuff like that, and it's going to just kind of lose its luster. And the same thing happens with Call of Duty and the zombies community, with the big, huge hidden Easter eggs in zombies that take forever to figure out, and data miners kind of ruined this last one. They're like, oh hey, here it is. And a lot of people aren't too excited about that, but there's a lot of people who are very ignorant about the fact. They try to say like, oh, if they bring it to PC, they're gonna have an advantage over console players. How the fuck is it gonna have an advantage over console players? It's not saying it's gonna be cross-play. It's not saying PC gamers are gonna be playing with PS4 gamers, are gonna be playing with Xbox gamers. That doesn't happen right now usually, but who's to say? I mean, it could happen. I think it should happen personally, at least with one of the consoles. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen, you know? Most likely it's going to be 3 separate systems. Now, that's great, too. Now, there's a lot of other people who are upset because they know their favorite streamers, their favorite YouTubers are going to switch over to Destiny on the PC because that's going to offer the best experience. And they're upset because they won't get to play with that streamer, their favorite YouTuber, if they do something like open lobbies and stuff like that, or viewer raids or whatever, trials carries. They're not going to get that from their favorite streamers or YouTubers anymore because they can't get it on PC. Well, I mean, there is that possibility that the PC version could be cross-play with Xbox. We know a lot of games are starting to do that now. I doubt multiplayer will be crossplay, but it's as simple as having a separate matchmaking system for PC and console. And that's really all it takes. And we know, I mean, regardless of the fact that Bungie has some issues with balancing and matchmaking and connecting to the proper people for connection versus skill, we do know that they are capable of making a good matchmaking system. We've seen it back in Halo. We see it now. It is still a solid matchmaking system, regardless of the fact that it has some issues with true skill versus connection and which one's going to prioritize, but it can probably be made to differentiate between PC and console players pretty easily. And on top of that, there's a lot of consoles that are supporting keyboard and mouse now. I know PS4 is going to be supporting keyboard and mouse, so it's kind of like a moot point, I guess, at that point, because even if there is crossplay, it's not really going to matter. But my thing is, it's going to be really, really good. I know a lot of PC only gamers. I don't want to call them PC elitists because they're nice people and they do like console games. They just have PCs and they prefer PCs. I prefer PC technically. Some games I prefer on console, like Call of Duty, but that's pretty much it. Everything else I'd really rather play on PC because of the higher frame rates and stuff like that. So I prefer that. But nonetheless, there's a lot of people I know who are very PC oriented people for PC gaming, and they say all the time that they would play Destiny if it was on PC. They would play it if it was on PC. And the community would grow exponentially if these people were able to play the game on the platform that they so choose to, and Destiny 2 is going to allow that, supposedly. Again, it's a rumor, not confirmed. Don't quote me on it. But that's good. Growing the community is good, and some people see that as a bad thing. Some people are selfish about it, and they say, it's mine, it's my ball. I don't want to give it to these other people. I don't want to share this happiness. I want it all for myself. And really, ultimately, it's not going to affect them in any way, shape, or form if they do release it on PC. They just want it to. They want it. They have to have an excuse in order to justify not wanting it to be on PC. But the community would grow. You'd obviously get better support on PC. You'd have 60 FPS plus 120, 144 if you wanted to, even though it's not really a twitchy shooter. That's really good. That's my main gripe with Destiny, is that it's not 60 FPS, and it really needs to be 60 FPS nowadays, because literally every other big shooter is 60 FPS now. Halo's 60 FPS. Gears of War is going to be 60 FPS. Call of Duty is 60 FPS. CSGO is 60 FPS. It's on PC, obviously. Overwatch is 60 FPS. Team Fortress 2 is 60 plus FPS. Everything is 60 FPS except for Destiny, and you kind of need it there, man, because everyone gets used to looking at all of these other games that are 60 FPS, and then you switch back to Destiny, and it's like, my eyes. I mean, you do adjust to it. Eventually, your eyes adjust to it, and you get used to looking at it. But after a while, if you go away from it and come back, it is a big difference, and you notice it a lot in PvP. It's a lot harder to play PvP if you take a break from that game for a while, because it is at 30 FPS, and that's just my experience, though. Just the disclaimer there is just my experience. I don't know about you guys, but it really does affect me when I'm sitting around playing other higher FPS games, and then I switch to Destiny and try to play PvP. Can't do it as good because it's harder for me to focus and aim properly and react properly, because it's kind of jittery in my eyes until I get used to it, until my eyes adjust to it. But anyway, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think Destiny 2 on the PC is a good idea? If so, are you getting it on PC, or are you going to stick to console if you have that capability? Also, anyway, you know, of course, I can't speak right now. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, the share button, hit that subscribe button if you have not. Live stream tonight, gonna be on the Xbox. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope to see you guys there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.